You know that feeling, right? Step into the shower, thinking you're going to get that nice hot water, and instead, whoa, ice cold.
Ugh, yeah. Or gonna do dishes, same thing, just cold.
And then you look at the Rheem water heater, and that little status light, when it's
Ugh.
supposed to be blinking, it's just dark,
Yeah.
off.
Yep. It can totally throw off your whole morning.
It really can. But what's interesting and what we're diving into today is that a deadlight isn't just like a random failure.
Exactly. It's actually a clue, a diagnostic signal, really, if you know how to interpret it.
Right. So that frustration, we get it. And that's why in this deep dive, we want to help you figure it out yourself. Be your own hot water hero, maybe.
Ah, yeah. Empowering.
We've put together basically a guide, the 5 main reasons that light might be off on your Rheem heater, and crucially, what you can actually do about it.
Step by step. The mission is to give you the know-how to troubleshoot this and, get things back to normal.
Get that comfort back.
Understanding these things really does put you in control. It's like learning the secret language of your appliances. So where should we start? Maybe the first, sometimes kind of obvious one.
Okay, yeah. Let's jump in. Our sources kick off with something that honestly sounds a bit like the classic, is it plugged in? Advice checking if the combination gas control is turned off. And I got to admit, when I'm annoyed about no hot water, that's exactly the kind of simple thing I might miss.
It happens more than you'd think. Look, that gas control, it's basically the command center for the ignition. If that knob is set to off, well, no gas gets through. No gas, no operation, no light. Simple as that.
So the fix is just.
Pretty straightforward. Find the knob or switch. It's usually right there near where the gas pipe connects. Turn it to on. Sometimes you might need to push it in a little while turning it.
Okay.
Then just give it a few moments, let the gas flow. And you might need to follow the steps in your manual to relight the pilot light after that.
Ah, okay. Speaking of the pilot, what if that's the problem? That's reason number 2 on our list. The pilot isn't lit.
Right, the pilot light. It seems small, but it's absolutely essential. And it can be surprisingly finicky.
Why wouldn't it be lit, though?
Well, often it's something tiny. A little bit of dust, maybe some debris clogging the pilot orifice. Even just a strong draft sometimes can blow it out.
So what do you do?
First thing, always, safety. Turn the main gas supply off. Wait maybe 5 minutes, let any gas clear out. Then you need to get access to the pilot assembly, usually behind a little cover panel down at the bottom.
Okay.
Take a look, see any obvious dirt or lint. You can try gently cleaning it out. Compressed air works great, or just a soft brush.
Okay, so let's say you clean it, you relight it following the instructions, but then it just, poof, goes out again after a minute or so. Is that still the pilot or something else?
That's a really good question. So you follow the manual, right? Turn the gas knob to pilot. Use your long lighter. Hold the knob down for like a minute while it heats up the thermocouple.
Yeah.
But if it just won't stay lit, or maybe the flame looks weak and kind of yellow instead of a nice strong blue, that's usually a bigger sign.
Yellow flame is bad.
Yeah, a yellow flickering flame often means it's not burning cleanly. Could be not enough air, maybe too much gas pressure, or even a failing thermocouple. If you see that, or it just won't stay lit after a proper relight attempt, that's when you probably need to call in a professional.
Gotcha. Better safe than sorry.
Always. But if you get it lit properly, pop the cover back on, turn the main gas back on, turn any power switches back on, and then watch for that blinking light. Hopefully that's all it was.
Right, so we've covered the gas side, the main control, and the pilot. But what if you're sure the gas is on? The pilot seems okay, but the heater is still just dark, no status light.
Sometimes the issue isn't gas at all. It's reason number 3, insufficient power supply.
Ah, right. Even gas heaters need electricity.
They do. For the controls, the igniter, that status light itself. If it's not getting the power it needs, nothing's going to happen. So first up, your home's circuit breaker panel.
Find the breaker for the water heater.
Exactly. Make sure it's pushed all the way to on. If it's tripped kind of in the middle or off, flip it completely OFF first, then firmly back on to reset it.
Okay. What else on the power front?
Well, if your heater actually plugs into a wall outlet, which some do, try testing that outlet. Plug in a lamp or something, works. Sometimes the outlet itself is the problem.
Oh, interesting. And I bet people sometimes try using extension cords too, right? If the outlet's not convenient.
Yeah, definitely happens. And look, the sources we reviewed are pretty clear. Don't do that. Extension cords, unless they're heavy duty and specifically rated for that kind of power draw, can overheat. It's a fire risk.
Good point. Always plug directly into a proper outlet.
Right. And make sure that circuit isn't overloaded with other big appliances.
Yeah.
If you've checked the breaker, tested the outlet, and you're still not getting power, or if you're just not comfortable messing with electrical stuff,
Call an electrician.
call a qualified electrician, absolutely. Don't take risks with electricity.
Okay, power's checked, gas is checked, pilot seems okay. What else could be stopping that light? Now we're getting more into the heater's internal parts, maybe. Reason 4, igniter wire issues.
Yeah, now we're digging a bit deeper. The igniter is what actually sparks or glows to light the gas burner. If the wire connecting to it has problems, no ignition, no light.
And this is something someone could potentially check themselves.
Potentially, yes, carefully. Again, safety first. Turn off the gas supply and the electrical power to the feeder. Breaker off.
Gas and power off. Got it.
Then locate the igniter assembly. It's usually right near the burner at the bottom. Look closely at the wire leading to it. Are there any obvious signs of damage, like is it frayed, cracked, burnt, or maybe just loose where it connects?
Okay, visual inspection.
Visual inspection. Also check the igniter tip itself. Sometimes just a bit of soot or debris right there can block the spark or prevent it from growing hot enough. Gentle cleaning again, soft brush or compressed air.
So if the wire looks physically okay and it's clean,
Then check the connections. Make sure the wire is pushed firmly onto its terminal on the igniter and back at the control module. Sometimes they just wiggle loose.
makes sense.
You can sometimes even test the igniter. Depending on the model, the manual might describe how. Usually involves watching it while someone else cycles the thermostat to see if it sparks or glows. If it looks okay, connections are tight, it's clean, but it still doesn't work when tested, then the igniter itself might have failed and needs replacing.
Right, so after checking or fixing, put it all back together.
Put it back together, turn the gas and power back on, and watch that spot where the status light should be. Fingers crossed.
All right, one last major reason, number 5. The thermal switch gets tripped. Now this one sounds different, less like something's broken and more like a safety thing kicking in.
That's exactly what it is. It's a really important safety device, the thermal cutoff switch, or TCO. Its job is to shut things down if the temperature around the burner area gets too high, or sometimes if it detects flammable vapors nearby.
Ah, okay, so it prevents overheating or maybe even a fire.
Precisely.
Mm.
So if that switch trips, it cuts power to the gas valve or ignition system. Pilot might not light or won't stay lit. And yeah, the status light will be off because the system is basically in safety shutdown mode.
How do you fix that?
Or reset it. First, again, safety, gas off, power off. Then you need to find the switch. It's often a small, maybe red button located near the thermostat or the gas control valve. Sometimes it's labeled TCO or reset.
You just push it.
Usually, yeah. Just press the reset button firmly. You should feel or hear a little click if it was tripped.
Okay, so if it clicks, problem solved. Turn everything back on.
Hold on, not quite so fast. If it clicks, that's good. It means it was tripped. But why did it trip? That's the important part.
Ah, right. Find the root cause.
Exactly. Check around the water heater. Are there any flammable liquids stored nearby, like paint thinners, gasoline, aerosols? Get them away. Is the area clogged with lint or dust, blocking airflow? Clean it up. Also, check your thermostat setting. Is it set way too high?
Good points. Address the reason it tripped.
Right. Once you've checked those things, you can try turning the gas and power back on, relighting the pilot if necessary. If it stays running and the light starts blinking, you're probably okay.
But what if it trips again right away? Or the button won't even click or stay in?
That's a clear sign something more serious is wrong. Maybe an ongoing overheating issue, a blocked vent, or a faulty switch itself. If it keeps tripping, don't keep resetting it. That's definitely time to call a qualified technician or plumber. Don't bypass safety devices.
Absolutely. Wow. Okay, that's quite the journey through the water heater's insides and its connections.
It covers the most common culprits for that dreaded dark status light.
So just to recap quickly for everyone listening, we've walked through 5 key areas. Checking that gas control knob, making sure the pilot light is actually lit and staying lit, verifying you have proper power supply, inspecting those igniter wires for damage or loose connections, and finally, knowing how to check and reset the thermal switch.
And through all of that, the big theme is safety first. Always turn off gas and power before you start poking around.
Couldn't agree more. But knowing these steps, understanding what might be wrong, it really does give you, the listener, a sense of control, doesn't it?
It absolutely does. You can go from that moment of frustration, the cold shower, to actually resolving the problem and getting that essential comfort back in your home. It's pretty satisfying to fix something yourself.
It really is. You know, it makes you think. If just one little blinking light, or the lack of it, can tell us so much about a complex system like a water heater.
Hmm.
What other small signs are out there in our homes, our cars, maybe even bigger systems in our lives? What could those little signals tell us if we just took a moment to learn the language, ask the right questions, and know where to look?
That's a great thought. Applying that kind of structured diagnostic thinking, it goes way beyond just fixing the hot water.
Something to ponder. Thanks for walking us through all that.
My pleasure. Hopefully it helps someone get their hot water running again.